Welcome to another episode of the Text Thread. I'm your host, Meezy Boulevard, with my host beside me, Big Rezz.
What's goody?
Checking in live from the Open Media Agency. As you can see, clear cut and clarity. We're here for another week to give you the talk of your timeline. So we're about to show you guys what we got on the tab for this week. It's been a great week, and it's a lot of talk. So let's get into it. What we got first on our tab, Rezz?
All right. So as you know, with the text thread, we like to spell out text. I don't know if you guys see it, but it says T-E-X-T, not to be confused with sex. We're starting off with technology. And this week, a lot has been going on. The gas shortage.
We out here. We're stuck in these streets, fam.
The gas shortage. You want to open up the country, drop the mask mandate, do all of these things, but niggas can't even drive nowhere.
Can't go nowhere.
So tell me, what is it really about? So, you know, we got the gas shortage. We ain't got no gas. But I think the reason we don't have no gas is because you guys are freaking idiots.
Stupid. Fam, they're putting gas in trash bags.
Whose idea was this?
They're hoarding gas because of a shortage. The dumbest thing that our government on a local, state, and national level could ever do is announce that there's a shortage of something, because these idiots now go, hey, let me hoard gas.
What did you think was going to happen when you all said that there was a threat? I believe some hacker hacked something, and the hacking was hacking, right? And you tell people, you know, there is going to be a gas shortage. Don't panic. Don't panic, but you might not have gas.
It makes no sense because we just watched this happen a couple weeks ago. I mean, a couple months ago, a few years ago. Well, the last 6 months. Remember when we ran out of toilet paper?
Oh.
And fucking stores like Walmart had to put in a mandate for you can only get one collective of toilet paper per person.
Right.
We literally just watched this happen.
But you know why we ran out of toilet paper?
Yeah.
Because you told us we were going to run out of toilet paper.
And that's why we ran out of toilet paper.
So
nobody buys toilet paper in excess that often.
I'm not going to hold you. I went to the gas station, but you know why I went to the gas station? Because I only had 2 ticks left on there. I had 2 ticks left of gas. And I said, if we're going to run out of gas, I at least want to have a full tank of whatever y'all selling it for at this moment.
A part of me blames this on sneaker retail.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, gas, $3 a gallon. If according to this picture, these motherfuckers have at least 6 gallons of gas that you probably get off.
But
at about $5.
Where are you going with the trash bag? Where are you going? I'm not a man. I don't deal with gas normally, but I know that's not how you're supposed to carry it.
I've also seen like these idiots online like try to fill up a laundry basket with the holes in it of gas. That's no way that was real.
It's going crazy.
Like, so you guys are willing to waste more gas because, one, that looked like somebody would pop that just out of spite in this country.
Right.
You're willing to waste gas that you can't use just because you want to have gas. And I don't understand.
It's just unbelievable.
It's stupid.
But when I went to the gas station, I will say I saw a gang of people. It was a line. It wasn't that long. I went to Sam's Club. Big ups to having a membership that you share amongst friends. But I went there, got my gas. It was a very long line, but there was somebody holding up the line because they wanted to fill up gas to take for later. Yeah. And I'm just like, that's the problem. Nobody can ever just get their fair share. They got to be greedy about it because they think that something is going to happen.
This is the one time that the country should take, this is the one time that the country should, like, take advice from women. Because women drive on E all the time. They've been waiting for this. They've been waiting for this moment.
We sure do.
They know how to get from here to on an hour commute on a quarter of a tank. We should have been listening to them.
We sure do. But while we're on the topic of shortages,
I'm scared. This is one that hit home.
I went to Chick-fil-A the other day.
This is nuts.
As a matter of fact, right after.
This is nuts.
Right after I got my gas, I rolled up to Chick-fil-A. And, you know, I always expect good service when I go there. I don't even got to check. You know, sometimes I don't check. So I go there, get my little breakfast sandwich because, let me tell you something, that grilled chicken breakfast sandwich on the English muffin, hitting on something. Go there, order my sandwich through the drive-thru. I thought about doing the curbside, but didn't do that. Pull up, get my stuff, pull off and start eating while I'm driving off because that's just the type of nigga I am. I get hungry. I want to eat before I get to my destination. So I'm eating it and I'm digging for my sauce. It ain't no sauce. And I'm a honey barbecue type of girl. That's the sauce that I need. So it wasn't no sauce in the bag. It wasn't nothing. So I'm like, dang, Chick-fil-A really did me dirty because I'm in my car trying to eat. I'm not even going home to put another condiment on it. Not that it didn't need the condiment, but the fact is that it wasn't there if I wanted to use it. But I blame Chick-fil-A for this because any other time I pull up and I tell y'all I need 6 honey barbecue sauces, y'all put that in my bag. But why didn't y'all tell me that y'all was having a shortage? So now my expectation isn't being met.
So the part of this that I am confused about is, like gas, unlike gas, you can make Chick-fil-A sauce. There are probably ingredients that are not natural.
It's probably mayonnaise, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mixed together doing something. You could probably make it. So in order for there to be the shortage, that means we're out of one key ingredients, which may be a bigger issue that nobody wants to talk about yet. What if the world is out of mayonnaise? Like whatever the key ingredient of Chick-fil-A sauce is missing, and that's why we're not panicking. Because I don't appreciate them being out of one sauce means they have to limit the amount of sauces you get of something else. I don't appreciate it either, but you know what else I don't appreciate? Is I was watching our sis, your sis, my sis second, Lex was telling us a story about how she also went to Chick-fil-A and she ordered something. It was on her Instagram story. It might be still up. But she went in there and she got her sandwich, got her food. She ordered some chicken nuggies and she was expecting the sweet sour sriracha sauce, which I didn't even know they had. And now I want some.
You're not a real Chick-fil-A fan.
I never had that. But because I like to stick to what I get. I like the honey barbecue.
Corny.
It's good. No, the one that come in the ketchup packet?
Corny.
It's good. Anyway, fuck out of here. But she was saying how she ordered her food. She got that sriracha sauce. I need to try it. And she got her bag and they put Texas Pete in there instead of the sriracha. And she was like, this isn't a substitute, basically. So why aren't you having conversations with the people, Chick-fil-A? Why aren't you letting us know that it's a shortage? Why do I have to go on the internet and find out that y'all lacking?
I just want to know why is a shortage of one sauce, which might not be nobody's favorite, indictment of the other sauces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fam, if you still got your barbecue sauce, can I have the barbecue sauce as a substitute? Like, as a connoisseur of Chick-fil-A, I've tried all the sauces that they got.
Really?
Sometimes you got to go in there and get a 30 count and just get all the sauces to see what you like. I'm a man of options. A Renaissance man. I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the little barbecue in the packs is cool, but have you ever tried the honey on your French fries?
No.
You not open your mind sometimes. You gotta do that.
No, I am somebody. I'm a creature of habit.
No,
I'm
get
a
that
creature
out
of
of here.
habit.
Chick-fil-A, we don't appreciate what you guys are doing. As somebody who spends at least $25 every time I come, my sauce ratio should still be whatever it is when I order it on the app. Don't limit me.
And also Chick-fil-A, I go to you guys in a moment of need when I'm hungry because I know that y'all not going to be stingy like McDonald's and Wendy's and them. Y'all going to give me the right amount of sauce that go with my nuggies. So when I pull up and I don't get no sauce, that really hurts my feelings. And I feel like y'all need to do better about communicating that. That's all I have to say about that.
Fam.
But it led me down a rabbit hole of all the other things that we are in shortage of.
So apparently it's a mustard barbecue ranch mixture.
To make what?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Okay.
So are we out of mayonnaise? Are we out of mustard? Are we out of like what are we missing here? Is the milk for ranch gone? Are we losing cows?
Are the cows going?
Let's just have a moment of clarity, Chick-fil-A.
We really have to think deeper.
I mean, I understand.
We're not thinking deep enough.
I understand that your mascot is a cow, but if your cow's in danger, let us know. Because this is bigger. Because some of us ain't fully made the transition to almond milk, and maybe I should be worried. Mm-hmm. And scientists, how many things can you milk? Can you find a cure for cancer first? I don't need to know you can milk an almond or a soy. Like, use that time to find something else.
Absolutely. So, after my distraught of figuring out that Chick-fil-A was running out of sauce, there's a sauce shortage, there's a gas shortage. There's also a shortage on microchips. There's a shortage on cars because of the microchips.
What are you talking about here?
Right here.
A shortage of cars.
Yeah. The shortage of microchips has forced many car manufacturers to severely slow production, even as demand for new cars has soared. The price of a new car is up 10%, averaging nearly $40,000 compared to the past 2 years.
Nobody cares. Ain't nobody got no money. We're in a global pandemic.
No, we do care.
We don't care. We ain't got no gas to drive these cars. Who cares?
What am I supposed to spend my PPP money on?
You're not supposed to be spending your PPP on cars.
What if it's a company car?
I don't think.
My company Tesla.
I don't think your company should have a Tesla if you had to get a PPP loan. Maybe that's just my thinking.
Oh my goodness. So there's a shortage on microchips. There's a shortage on cars. We also, we have a shortage on lumber. So.
Bro, is the world just, let's just end this. Fuck it. This is a country built on stealing shit from people anyway.
So here's what happened.
If it's a shortage, y'all just can't get it back in blood.
Period. Here's what happened though. People have been at home for a long time, and the mortgage rates are low, and it's driven a demand of people who want to renovate their houses. So it was a surprise to the lumber industry, which is just typically I build a house when I can. I do renovations when I can. People being at home a lot wanted to renovate their house. We've seen it. We've seen people, do a new kitchen, do a new bathroom, rent a new property, flip it. But there has been an increase in that since people have been in quarantine. And now there is a low demand for lumber. So
I think this is a lie.
Oh, Meezy, but there's more. There's more.
There's more shortages?
Yeah.
What?
Chicken.
I mean, this is one that hit home for me. And I mean, it's clearly a simple solution. All the restaurants that try to do something different, stop selling chicken wings.
This is Popeye's fault.
Is it Popeye's fault?
Okay, no, maybe not Popeye's.
No,
the chicken sandwich.
You don't get the sandwich part from the wings.
Let me tell you what happened now. So, the Popeye's chicken sandwich raise the value, okay, you following, of the chicken sandwich. You catch what I'm putting down?
I think.
So now other companies that have no business doing things with chicken,
they need a chicken sandwich.
They need a chicken sandwich to compete with Popeyes. And they seen that the people were flowing out in the hundreds, in the thousands, lined up for this chicken sandwich that was, advertised to be amazing with that sauce, the Good Burger sauce. Just, it was a sauce that was on there that people had to try. So then you have people like McDonald's doing a chicken sandwich, and we know McDonald's don't specialize in chicken sandwiches. They do the Big Mac. We got restaurants pushing their chicken sandwich, and we come here for a burger. We come here for seafood.
Rezz, I love you to live. Everything you're saying right now is bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
The chicken breast has nothing to do with wings. You know what the problem is? There's not a restaurant on earth that you can't go get wings at.
Bruh, it said right here. It say chain restaurants have reported rising poultry prices in the last few months as more people are eating out and fast food companies try to stake out territory in the chicken sandwich wars.
What's that got to do with the wings?
It's Popeye's fault.
What that's got to do with the wings? There's a wing shortage. I don't care about Bojangles and they Supremes. I know there's a few people that are from the Southeast in this chat. Maybe. Hey, that's whatever. There is a wing shortage.
Exactly, but
why the fuck is Applebee's selling wings? This is a neighborhood restaurant. Why is Chili's serving wings? Y'all got baby backs. Outback, you guys supposed to sell steaks. And this is an Outback Steakhouse. Stop selling chicken wings and let the Buffalo Wild Wings, the East Coast, the wing specialists get those wings.
Wingstop?
Why is Domino's, who participate in pizzas, selling chicken wings? You don't need that. These pizza places who sauces generally make me go to the bathroom. Selling chicken wings. I came here for pizza. Like, for years, we let American Deli, who can sell all kinds of things, sell us chicken wings this big. Look at my fingers.
This big. This big.
American Deli is selling us chicken wings this big. There are whole wings or you can't even go to the grocery store. What if I want to make my wings at home? Because wings, number one, Wingstop, you should just go out of business because you nasty anyway.
Oh.
I don't care what.
They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
I don't care what Rick Ross and his lemon pepper flavor has to do with it. He's selling wings hand over hand. He got Checkers and Wingstop. Mm-hmm. I don't think Rick Ross need all these chicken wings. Let's give them to the grocery store so I can make my own wings at home.
Right.
I just don't understand how there's a wing shortage if restaurants who don't pride themselves on having chicken wings can still get chicken wings.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. The chicken sandwich wars have created such a demand for chicken that when you make chicken, you gotta do the whole bird, right? So them people who are making chicken sandwiches are not only ordering chicken breast, but they ordering chicken wings too.
To do what?
So now they need something to do with the wings. So now you got companies like Domino's. I don't know if they have a chicken sandwich. I wouldn't be surprised. But they trying to do the chicken breast war, and they taking them wings and doing something with them too. But it's disappointing. I mean, I didn't know what to expect coming out of a pandemic, but a shortage of wings, gas, and amongst other things. It's because the list goes on. We're short of a ketchup.
There's a shortage on ketchup?
There is a shortage on ketchup.
Nobody give a fuck about ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup is like bottom tier for me.
Ketchup is bottom tier condiment anyway.
Chlorine.
If it's got two names, it's top tier condiment. Honey mustard.
Yeah.
Like
spicy barbecue. Honey barbecue.
If it's got two names.
Sweet sriracha.
If it's got two names, it's top tier.
It's top tier.
Nobody just ever been like, hey, let me just get mustard.
So then we jump into the other things that we have a shortage of. You know, we talked about the chickens, the gas, the lumber, the ketchup. But then you jump into the other shit. Common sense. Y'all niggas is the fuck slow out here. I'm sorry to say it, but y'all gotta
Hoarding chicken wings.
Hoarding chicken wings.
Hoarding gas.
Hoarding gas.
Hoarding toilet paper.
Just y'all might
fucking somebody's husband.
Oh, we ain't even get there yet.
My fault.
Loyalty though, that falls under loyalty.
Oh, it's a loyalty shortage.
Good service.
Hey, Chick-fil-A in Texas.
Y'all are treating.
Let's be clear. We letting y'all live off of having a shortage of sauce as a company. But it's one specific one in Texas who did one of our young queens wrong. In an era of we doing new civil rights, we will not let that stand. Chick-fil-A in Texas. I might look up get the real address.
Oh, I seen
make
it.
A statement.
The lady in Texas who was working at Chick-fil-A, and I don't know her full name. I don't know her name, but I seen it in passing on Twitter, and she was saying that she was sexually harassed at work, and she brought it to because Chick-fil-A is a franchise. So these are different people who are owning the store. So she brought it to the attention.
Which is also weird that they're
Right.
having a whole company shortage. Like, are you sure it's just not a couple stores?
Right. So she brought it to their attention, and their response was, well, you always got an attitude or you always show up late. I'm sorry, but when I bring you a problem, it's not your chance to talk about the problems you have with me.
So the shortage on common sense that y'all having at that Chick-fil-A, get it together.
Get it together. Back to the list of things that we are in a shortage of. You know, we said common sense, we said ketchup, we said gas, chicken, Chick-fil-A sauce. Good service. I want to touch on this for a minute. You guys are treating your employees so bad during these pandemics that it's rubbing off on the service that we receive when we go out to eat. Stop treating people bad in these industries. Like, pay them more. Do what you have to do. Panera Bread rolled past. They got a big ass sign outside. Now hiring. McDonald's now hiring. All of these places are hiring because y'all know how to treat people. And now it trickles down to the consumer, and I'm getting treated bad when I go out to eat.
I don't think this has anything about treating people. I think this has everything to do about paying people. There's no reason that I should come in here and make $7.25 as a customer service rep.
$7.25. Not enough to do nothing.
It's not enough to do much.
You can't even do a spread with $7.25. What's your check looking like?
Why? What is your infatuation with doing spread?
I want to do a spread. I can't even do my spread with my $7.25.
Listen, I don't care that you're hiring teenagers for this job. The fucking basis of this fucking economy and this fucking country is to prepare our youngins to be adults for to go on their own. If they made adult type money, hey, maybe they would be prepared for when the time they turn 18 and be able to live on their own. But you keep treating them like children and paying them as if they're a child, fucks it up for everybody else.
Y'all want y'all kids to get out of your house by the time they 18?
Would have been nice.
To pay them more.
Would have been nice to have some money in
to
order.
Support that.
Oh, you want to send your kids to college? Getting to college without no money? Fucking hard job. Hard job. Hard lifestyle having $20 and you already done spent all your money on your on your food card to get that hamburger because the calf serve macaroni and cheese 3 nights a week, 3 days in a row. Nobody wants that shit.
Speaking of jobs though, and hiring and innovation, you know who's really trying to build up an army?
These bum ass niggas.
Our folks at Amazon. Now, Amazon is on a hiring spree. Let's go ahead and check it out. So Amazon is looking to hire 75,000 people, offering $17 an hour with $1,000 sign-on bonus. Now, I don't know about you, Meezy.
I didn't see this story.
But this sounds a lot like signing up for the army. Is Amazon building a fucking army? Dog, like you got a sign-on bonus for a job? What are y'all doing?
How else do you expect to get your packages that you just ordered yesterday, today?
Amazon is built. Is nobody else concerned about Amazon taking over the world, or is it just me?
Or your boy need his bread back from his wife. Like if y'all work harder, I can probably make more money.
But let's crunch these numbers. You got a calculator on your phone, right? $75,000. 75,000 people, right? $17 an hour. Let's say they work in 30 hours a week.
Goddamn.
$17 an hour times 30 times 75,000 people. And we ain't even adding a $1,000 bonus yet.
I mean, we only had, $38 million
A week.
a week.
This ain't concerning for you?
Not really.
You not concerned?
This nigga got a billion somewhere.
You not concerned about
How much money you think they make?
Bruh.
Fam, how many times? We've been in a quarantine for a year, literally. It's almost over. We not done yet.
I think
How many?
we're not done yet.
How many Amazon packages you bought?
A lot. But I also try to spread out my little bit of wealth. Not even wealth, my little bit of money across different platforms. Like sometimes I try to go to a brick and mortar and buy stuff, but
That's
Amazon
you.
is convenient.
That's you. There are people who only strictly bought Amazon. Everything that I've bought in the last 6 months probably came from Amazon. I just saw that I could buy glasses from a different site and pay with Amazon for those same glasses. He's getting bread. This little $38 million a week ain't shit. It ain't nothing.
And that's just to the people who are working at the warehouse.
Let's talk about the people who work in communications, marketing. They get into the bag too.
They getting money.
I know a couple people over there too get to the bag. Shout out to y'all. I almost got to the bag. I tried to sign up. I ain't even gonna hold you. But then the thought of working my ass off at Amazon in a warehouse didn't sit too well with me. I chose mental health over money.
Right.
Had to.
I think you need to though.
That's not a like Amazon is like doing a lot. Cause that's $38 million a month. I mean a week that they not paying taxes on in certain areas. I mean, if anybody if that was our PPP loan, they'd be coming to get that bad boy.
Right. They sure would. I just think we have to keep an eye on Amazon and what they have going on because I don't know why they're hiring all these people.
We need to start asking why they can't keep people.
Well,
how about we do that? Like if you have these benefits that y'all got to give people, why ain't people staying?
Well, I think it goes down to conditions. A lot of people
$17 an hour ain't a lot, but it's enough that if you needed to move, you could move.
$17 an hour is probably what we should be paying people coming out of high school to do something. It's an entry level wage, I think it's a good start. Hopefully the other companies follow suit and see what they're doing, but they also got to get their bag up like Amazon to be able to pay people. So, I mean, it's a good opportunity, but I still got my eye on Amazon.
Got my eye.
I just want to jump in real fast.
Yeah.
I just want to be known. I understand your what you're saying, but Amazon owns one of the platforms that we stream to. So
Yeah.
just something to think about. That's it.
We just got to keep our eye on them.
Amazon ain't sponsored this shit. If y'all got money to waste, give it here. This could be a job they pay for. You
talk
got 17. We got an hour to give up.
We sure do. So I wish I could read the comments. That's true, Twitch. Oh, yeah, it is Twitch. So the next thing on our list of technology, because we still rolling down technology. Last night I was in my bed, scrolling down the timeline because that's how I go to sleep, and I came across something with a microwave. Something is going on with the microwave, and it was clickbaity. Bruh, I was today years old when I learned you could mute the microwave. And I was immediately intrigued. Like, what do you mean you could mute the microwave? So this is how they giving it up.
This my son, OJ, how old are you?
So his son is showing him how to work the microwave.
Right.
Allegedly.
None of this is real.
My thing is, his microwave looked just like mine. And when I tried it, I didn't get that.
It's not real, bro.
All right, let's try the microwave. If you set your microwave for 2 seconds, the 2 button is supposed to mute it. So this is it being loud. Then if I hold down the 2 button, it's supposed to mute. It ain't mute nothing. Mine don't do it.
Why did you take your time to try this?
Because I wanted to see.
So this is the problem with America. Everything not the same. No matter how well you put it look alike. She might be him might be her, him might be they.
No, she is whoever she says she wants to be.
That microwave did not say I'll mute myself if you push 2.
No, but then, okay, I'm going to tell you why it was convincing because, all right, so, boom. I seen this one, right? And I was like, ain't bullshitting. And then
It's not
I
real.
seen this one. And they did it too.
Why do you spend your time looking at people and they microwaves? Your microwave look like that?
No. And then I seen this one. Wow. So I've been running suicides through the house for no reason. Felt that.
Fam, niggas got white microwaves. These microwaves don't do this.
Y'all know how many get your ass out of my damn kitchen I could have avoided?
Microwaves don't do this, bro.
Literally says it on the keypad. Mute, hold 3 seconds. You ever seen this?
No.
Okay, me either.
These are not all the same microwaves. They don't all operate the same. Your iPhone might be iPhone like mine, but yours ain't set up like mine. This is not the same thing. What we need to do is get away from TikTok culture. I blame TikTok for this. Let's get away from TikTok because everything they doing on there is a mirage. I seen a girl who was shaped amazing from the front. But when she turned around, oh my God. It was unbelievable. And I also feel like all of this is a lie. Nicki Minaj told you guys, we'll talk about this later, but she told you all that TikToks and shit, stick to dancing. It's over. Stop trying to give us life hacks that don't work for everybody. Some of us can't do makeup the way those girls do it on there.
Yes.
Some of us can't dance the way you dance on there.
We can't.
Some of us don't have problems like your daddy did, and it's traumatic every time you talk about it, and it's really good. It's a really good story. We don't really have good stories.
Mimi says they really should lower the volume on that shit. Like, why is it so loud?
Why is there not a volume button on the microwave?
Why can't I turn it down? Like, who said I wanted to beep when I put food in there?
What kind of nigga?
Can I
Are y'all
interject
to
for a
let your
second?
microwave beep anyway?
Meezy is the same guy that also said that there shouldn't be more than like.
There
When's the
shouldn't
last
be
time
more
you
than-
used the
It shouldn't
7,
be more
8
than
or 9?
There shouldn't be more than maybe 10 buttons on microwave. Fam, nobody ever goes into their microwave and needs to push the number 7. Like who? 27 seconds, just push the add 30 on there. 37 seconds? Who needed 37 seconds on their microwave?
I'm gonna give y'all a challenge right now. Go.
It's whole numbers. You need 1, 2, 3. I give you 3. 3 minutes is a good time. And then 30. That's really all you need on there. If you putting chicken to throw in that refrigerator, in that microwave, you are a nasty person.
That 30 gets the work. That 30 button is that
Wore
30
out.
second button.
Wore out. You
is
can't
getting
even
the
read it and it
train.
still say 30.
You don't
on
even
it.
know what the hell it say on
You
there.
just
if
know
live
where
there
it's
long
at.
enough.
These are buttons that's wore out on your microwave, and if you lying, go look at it. That surface light microwave button, because we are known to keep that light on under
That
the-
vent fan.
that vent fan,
When things get a little shaky when you cook it.
and that 30-second button.
Tore up.
I ain't never even seen defrost.
Because you probably hit that 30-second button like 5 times instead of putting 2.5 minutes.
And I know it's some of y'all out here watching this right now who don't even know how to set the time on your microwave. That button is not wore out.
I do. I use the timer, but that's because we got an old ass stove, so I have to use the timer because it don't have the timer on the stove no more. But yeah, that microwave thing really pissed me off.
It don't work,
and it didn't work for me, and I'm upset.
You niggas be lying.
So forget the microwave. What do we have next on our text thread? Are we good? I think we should take a break before we go into the next segment.
Let's take a break. Let's pay some bills here on the text thread.
All right, so we're back. That was an advertisement from our good brother, DJ Legendary. He's tearing up the Open Media Agency's Twitch every Tuesday, and he's now open. It's a DJ session if you want to listen to music. I personally enjoy it on my way home from work. I listen to it, vibe out, and listen to the tunes. Shout out to Legend.
Shout out DJ Legend. What do we got next on our list today? We're going into the entertainment portion of our show.
I can't see it. I just put something on for 7 minutes last night. What did you put in the microwave for 7 minutes, Jay Pulley? You never, I don't know what the heck that, I'm like straining the hell out of my eyes.
You never cooked a turkey in the microwave and it shows.
Okay, I don't know why I would need to cook a turkey in the microwave.
I didn't even know turkey. What kind of bullshit turkeys y'all using that fit in y'all microwaves?
Yeah.
Ain't no butterball.
Ain't no butterball.
Ain't no butterball.
All right, so next up on the text thread, we have the TV. We've been watching TV. I've been watching TV. I still been in the house. I'm not going out as much as I should be. I enjoy watching TV when I get home, get off work. Corny, okay. So this is, I don't know if y'all are talking about this enough for me, but the Michael Chase show is out.
Michael Che has a new amazing show.
Fucked it up. It looks like it should be okay. I know last week I talked about names and pronouncing them right. Can you say it one more time?
Michael Che.
Michael Che. I don't know why I want to say Chi. I don't know. Michael Che, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Meezy. I'm sorry.
Can't read. Michael Che has a new
I can't read.
Michael Che, comedian, most known for his role on Saturday Night Live and the Weekend Update skit, has a new show on HBO Max. It's not a regular HBO, but it is HBO Max.
Right.
He has a great new sketch comedy show that I think the people should be talking about more and enjoy.
I agree.
Y'all all sat here and told me y'all watched 4 hours of the Justice League. You guys all sat here and told me that Godzilla versus King Kong wasn't shit. So I know you guys have HBO Max. And you guys also talk about, I'm sick of the black creators putting the same thing on TV. This show is a new fresh breath of fresh air that I feel like you guys should be enjoying. It gives me feelings of an old Chappelle.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
The 2021 version.
So the way I look at it is like if it was true Hollywood stories, right? But like if that was just like skits all the time.
Exactly.
That's what I get from it.
So there's incredible skits that you probably can come to love. You know, they touch on all social aspects. The quarantine.
The quarantine.
The pandemic and the quarantine were touched. The vaccine was even touched. They do great skits about police and their involvement with, our communities as a whole, the black.
Love.
They took on black love and insecurities and therapy. Because you say us as black people don't talk about therapy enough.
Oh, you know what my favorite skit was, though? When they did, if you're black and you make it, you had to have sacrificed somebody.
The Illuminati.
Suck somebody dick. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or be part of a blood sacrifice.
Right.
And I,
It was funny.
as a black
I really
person,
enjoyed
believe
that.
it. I believe it.
You're of that belief?
Yeah.
Stop. Let's take a minute. Pause on Michael Che. And you said I was
You
struggling.
did something.
I struggled a little bit. Let's take a moment. So you're of the belief that black people have to sacrifice something to be famous?
I mean, coming up with these concepts, it's kind of like everything ain't a coincidence.
Don't do it.
Everything not a coincidence.
Don't do it. I know where you're going.
Find me a black comedian that has never dressed up in a dress and is extremely successful. Find me, you know, a black celebrity that hasn't had some kind of trauma or their privacy exposed.
Okay.
I feel like the price of fame, fame has a price. There is a price of fame. And so I feel like it may not be as over the top as you joining the Illuminati. It may not be as over the top as everybody's done something gay. But there's something that happens. There might not even be a family sacrifice. But I feel like you have to pay. You want to call it paying dues? All right. You have to do something for that fame.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know right now. Anybody listening? The Illuminati, I'll pay it.
I was just gonna ask you, if they come knocking at our door, how far are you willing to take it? And do you have a family member? Just kidding.
Do I have a family?
No, just kidding. Don't answer that.
And why is it Rezz?
Don't answer that.
That's one of those situations, right? Like, and why is this person?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I would sacrifice.
I mean, we ain't close cousin.
Oh, bet. You my dog, but I ain't speak to you in a minute, so I might be a little torn up about it.
But shout out to Michael Che. Michael Che has an amazing 6-episode sketch comedy show on HBO Max that I feel like you guys should go check out right now.
Absolutely. So in researching the Michael Che show, I came upon something because he also works on Saturday Night Live. He's a writer for Saturday Night Live.
Head writer, black head writer.
Right.
Let's get it right.
So
Put some respect on his name.
absolutely, always. So he's under fire about a skit that he did for Saturday Night Live last Saturday when we told everybody to tune in. So I want to talk about it a little bit and hear your opinion on it. But it's basically a Gen Z hospital scene. So watch a little bit of it.
Want to blow it up a little bit?
So if you notice, while we're watching this skit, there is a lot of like lingo being thrown around. Okay, so I want you to pay attention. Dead ass, bruh, sis, you know, you name it. All the lingo.
It's on red. He's gonna catch hands on gang. No. It's gonna be
On gang.
okay. Bestie cannot die like this.
Big facts. She's gonna make it, bro.
There's the doctor now.
So the issue was with this skit was that people were upset that he was taking African American vernacular and putting it on white people. So I think the acronym is AAVE. So
What is AAVE?
child, I had to Google it. But he was taking that and putting that on us. So it's African American vernacular English, maybe? Anyway, they were upset. And they're like, how could you make this skit and have white people in these roles and credit white people for saying things like dead ass, gang, bruh, left their ass on red,
I only have
ice
one
in my
question.
veins.
I only have one question.
You what?
I only have one question.
What is it?
Who is they? Because black people don't watch Saturday Night Live. So we never saw it.
I think it's all the white people that we weaponized and told them.
Okay. Which brings me to my second point. Black people don't watch Saturday Night Live. Had this white writer wrote this joke, we might not have never known that. Because when they steal from us And they steal from us quite often.
We seen it.
Hairstyles, dances, content.
You name it.
Hey, we ain't
You
forgot.
name it.
We ain't forgot that black girl made that skit of I convinced my mom to I was doing a Zumba class and the white people started doing it. And
Oh, yeah, that was
tricking
funny.
their friends.
That was funny.
When they steal from us, we never get any outrage. But the fact that a black man put black vernacular on white is an outrage.
I just think he was trying to do a good job. He was trying to do
What they usually do.
a diverse cast of people.
The white people steal and talk like us.
I mean,
They
yeah.
dress like us.
But don't y'all think that happens? Like that skit, isn't that something that happens already?
That's already happening. I don't understand what the issue is.
I mean, particularly on like other platforms, like you got like your TikToks and
Everybody
and stuff.
does this. I don't understand. Only white people can be upset that white people are talking like black people.
Well, you raised an amazing point when you said who's watching SNL.
Black people don't watch SNL.
So
Unless there's a famous artist doing a rollout and they go on there.
I don't know, but people took to Twitter and they were upset. And I say all this to say, like, come on, let comedy be comedy. Like, y'all don't see the like. It was funny. I watched the whole skit. I thought it was cute. Maybe not funny, but I thought it was cute. But it is something that's happening. We do things, and these white teenagers take it, they see it as cool, and they call it something else.
There was a wild era where white teenagers were dressing like Chief Keef in True Religion.
Bro, let's talk about the Air Force Ones. Let's talk about what they did to the Air Force Ones.
White people did something to Air Force Ones?
Have you not seen young children, white girls in their Air Force Ones, and they are completely washed? Like they're just done? Dirty brown Air Force Ones?
I just thought that was them being them.
Okay.
Every shoe they had.
Let's just talk. I mean, that's something that explains it all. Like when we wear Air Force Ones, we wear them. There's a rule, an unwritten rule, that you cannot wear dirty Air Force Ones. So then when they take it and try to make it something of their own, looking all big and boxy and dirty, it's kind of like, oh, Air Force Ones are trendy. No, they've been trendy.
I don't really get my what's cool from white people because they
Never
have a history of stealing things from everybody.
And do. But I say all that to say, go watch Michael Chi.
Michael Chase got a great show. Hey, you have a hard time with that.
Go watch Michael Che. Michael Che has a great show. Michael Che's show made me laugh a lot. It was really good. So much so that I had to check in with Meezy and say, yo, how you feeling the show?
It's pretty good.
It's good. All right, so the next thing on television, we touched on comedy. Let's take it to our girl. You know, it wouldn't be a week at the sex thread if we didn't talk about the girl.
We might have to talk about this show every week
I think so.
because I think this is. I know I had big praises for Michael Che, but this may be the best thing on TV. Another week and another incredible episode of Joselines Cabernet on the Zeus Network. Last week we came in and we told you about how Jocelyn and the gang were, having some fighting issues. A woman snatched a wig, a lace front off of another woman, and proceeded to put it near her vagina and asked the girl to get it back from her quote unquote pussy. Mm-hmm. This week we have a series of incidents that include a woman going missing, to Jocelyn then throwing her luggage
Can't believe she did
outside on the curb and telling her to come get it. Mm-hmm. Unto a case of Jocelyn is a dancer and made a choreography that none of the girls could understand and get because it's kind of hard to teach strippers to dance choreography. But the one scene that really set me and Rezz on fire was a scene where, while learning the choreography, a woman's lace front falls off. And in the midst of her lace front falling off, she picks it up and she runs away from screen so nobody sees her without a wig, which led her to get into a confrontation with management, Zeus production of Joselines Cabernet. And Jocelyn is somebody who does not take kindly to that. You will not disrespect Jocelyn, the people that gave the cabaret a chance, or the Zeus Network, which then allowed for Jocelyn to do what she does best and confront the young lady.
So what we have here is the scene where Jocelyn is confronting this lady about what happened. And she coughs.
Who you coughing at? Oh shit. Who you coughing at? When I was talking, she started coughing. Bitch, like
I didn't know you weren't allowed to cough.
I mean, we are in a pandemic.
Yeah. I get that.
Why would you cough at me? It's a pandemic.
But
you want me to get COVID?
No, that's not what she said though. She wasn't worried about COVID.
But I'm saying, it's kind of rude right now to be in a pandemic and coughing.
But I'm coughing. I have to cough. We're in the middle of a conversation. I got to cough. She said, "Did you cough at me because you thought I was a?"
You think she?
You think she's a germ?
You think Jocelyn is giving COVID? Are you getting COVID from Jocelyn? No, you don't cough around me.
you were coughing at me, ho. Pussy ass bitch, you can't be coughing at me, disrespectful ass bitch. Homeless ass ho.
But let's get to I just that scene, like everybody called Jocelyn crazy, right?
I don't see it.
Where's your empathy, girl? My wig fell off.
I don't see it.
My natural instinct is to get away from the camera. I don't want them folks to know my wig fell off.
I don't see it. I stand with Jocelyn.
You stand with Jocelyn?
Number one,
No.
you always talk in a performance or anything. The show must go on. If you fall, you get up and act like you never fall. You keep dancing. Your wig fall off. Oh, well, you finna be a bald-headed hoe tonight. I stand. And there's no place in a pandemic, post-pandemic, pre-pandemic, where coughing in somebody's face is allowed.
She didn't cough in her face. She covered her mouth and turned away.
But you see me talking to you.
So I'm supposed to sit there like,
Hold your cough in.
No.
You will not disrespect me.
No.
You're trying to show me up, and I don't like that.
I'm not trying to
see
show you up.
You're trying to do this in front of all of these cameras, show you big tough shit. But no, this is my show, and I run this shit.
No.
And I appreciate Jocelyn for keeping it real and telling us, this is my shit, I made you, I could break you.
No, I feel like that was a time to say, and call me Mother Teresa, call me Oprah, whoever you want. But I feel like that was a time to say, sis, I too have had a braid fall out.
Oh, well.
A braid.
Well. Did you stop recording?
A braid.
Did you run away? No.
I too. And I understand your moment of fright when those wig braids are showing, especially when those wig braids ain't given. Because there are times when your wig braids is given, and there are times when they're not. It looks like a tiny afro because you've let your wig braids get so out of control. So I can imagine if my wig falls off, and in a moment of panic, I flee the scene, and I'm in a panic, and I'm like, yo, open up the motherfucking door. And they're not opening the door. I'm going to snap. So I understand where sis was coming from. And then I also understand being in a situation post-pandemic, we in a pandemic, COVID, very hot these last 2 years. And I had to cough. And I had to do a little, I would hate to be called out in that moment. She was wrong.
No, ma'am.
She was wrong.
Only the strong can survive Jocelyn's cabaret.
But this don't even get into the scene that happened afterwards. Spoiler alert. Go big legs, say. Go big legs, say.
Again.
Go big legs, say.
The legend, Big Legs, then asserts herself into another issue.
She was fed up.
We've had her say double homicide.
To the same girl.
We've had her steal somebody's lace front and put it in her vagina.
Another girl. She's a terror.
And now Big Legs has gave ma'am that lost her wig hands.
It was a flea jump too. Like she jumped from here, there.
We already know who's the star of this show after Jocelyn, of course.
Man, listen.
I can't wait to see how this season ends because I'm... We're 3 episodes in. I still don't know the purpose of this show.
I don't know what
it's
the
like
goal
a competition
is.
but they all might get a chance to win $10,000. I don't really.
Is everybody getting to that? Like, what are they getting? Can
Are
we talk
they-
about the splits after this? Like, what are the splits?
Are they like preparing to put on the show, and whoever does best at the show gets to the money? I don't know what the
I don't
point
know.
of the show is.
I don't
But
know.
again, I gotta say, Zeus Network, you guys are doing a hell of a job
You're
over
doing
there.
your thing. Shout out to Big Legend. He just walked through the door. He said, "Gang, what's goody?"
Shout out to everybody over there at Zeus. I mean, this is a great podcast, and we have really good lives outside of the podcast. But I'll spice it up. I just told you I'll sell it.
I'll tear something up on Zeus.
Oh, for sure, for the
For
bag.
sure.
For
Better than
bag.
the Bad Girls Club.
Ray J, call me.
Okay. So let's bring up the text thread once again. We're jumping into our next segment underneath of entertainment. Porsha Girl.
Streets on fire.
Porsha Girl, what are you doing?
Streets on fire.
What is going on, Miss Porsha?
This is a big story online.
This really sent the streets into a frenzy.
So apparently, Porsha.
Oh, it looks like he has on a sexually active shirt. If you look at it, you see it.
Okay.
Oh, you can't. I mean, I'm sorry,
a
friend.
little bit. But
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
anyway, apparently, Porsha from Real Housewives of Atlanta has apparently got rid of her man who is spotted here on the right in the yellow, divorced him
Yeah.
to get with the man on the left,
Right.
who is an ex-husband of a quote-unquote friend who she
Fallon?
claims Fallon, who's not her friend. They wasn't really friends. But there are multiple scenes of them being, as I like to call, woman friends, which means that they are friends, but maybe not real friends. And so apparently she's found a way to get rid of her old nigga for a new nigga and live happily ever after, and apparently pregnant.
Pregnant? She
Hey.
pregnant?
They engaged. She looks pregnant. Hey.
Oh, she looks pregnant. She's not pregnant. So this picture was taken after they got engaged, I'm assuming.
This
because
is
she's
their
leaning on.
Yeah, this is their announcement picture. Hey, we are together.
Oh, child.
So
Why
apparently
is the
that-
guy on the right there?
So apparently that was an event that happened, and she had both her niggas there at the same time.
Oh, girl.
Ex and a new one.
Get it how you live.
Porsha girl.
Fire.
Get it how you live.
Porsha girl.
Fire.
Porsha.
She's fire. You don't ever get a
Porsha girl. I did not know. Okay, full transparency. I don't watch Real Housewives of
I don't
Atlanta.
either.
I just knew that y'all was tearing this topic up on my timeline.
I'm just
So when I seen this picture, I was like, oh, this is a picture before they even got. The fact that I know now.
She's already holding the new guy.
I thought maybe that was a picture when they first met. I'm so freaking slow.
That's her.
I thought that was a picture when they first met.
That is her current and her ex together.
Nah, you might be right. She a fucking legend.
Fire, bro. You
That
don't
pussy fire. That's right, Porsha.
Fire.
That you know how good you what?
Fire.
Nah, yo, she's a legend.
He's
She's a
standing there
legend.
calmly. They not be at the beach.
Bruh, he's smiling. He got on his banana boat.
Apparently they were like cool too. Like the guys knew each other from working in the same industry. So that's how the wives got cool.
That's
One
funny.
time it's
Fire,
fine
bro.
with me.
That's funny.
But
Okay.
how would you feel?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's break it. Let's take it down to our level because this is what they got going on.
How would you feel if your friend started dating your ex?
Now define friend because there are levels to friendship.
I've seen videos of Porsha and Fallon and her then husband welcomed them into their home with open arms.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're having a party. There's a jacuzzi. You guys are welcome to come. A group of girls, you guys are all welcome to come into our house.
Yeah.
Fallon has said the reason she was even on this show is because of Porsha. So they're pretty much friends.
Yeah.
You don't help somebody you don't know just get a bag randomly. You guys are probably friends.
I don't The definition of friend is different. I mean, it's tiers to friendship. We've talked about this before on Textually Active Pod.
Look at this.
We've talked about friendship levels on Textually Active Pod. I think it was the episode we did with John Scott. And he said that he got his A list, his B list, and his C list.
Damn.
Okay, now is Fallon Portia's A list?
Do it matter?
It do. You not about to hold me back from finding my soulmate or husband. I'm not gonna let somebody wife hold me back from finding the man of my dreams. Now, if you not vibing with him, maybe I am. What's the problem?
Wow.
What?
What if on the flip side, your friend dates your age?
Oh, so you want me to give your family something to do next week? Right? That's the meme. That's you want me to give your family something to do next
What are they
week.
supposed to do next week?
It starts with F. Family, friends, funeral. Like, which one you want? What's going on?
Nuts. That is nuts, fam. No way in hell that friends are supposed to date friends'
Yes,
exes.
you can.
No, you can't.
If you are feeling the vibe that she's not catching, go ahead and slide right in there. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That is ridiculous.
And don't let the streets tell you otherwise, because you know what? Don't let a friendship stand in between you and the love of your life.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just kidding.
There's no. You just said there was a shortage on loyalty, and here we are. Clearly,
I'm fucking with you. No, I do think that there are ways to go about this, and I do think that friendship levels matter in this situation. Like, I guess, we always have that conversation about, oh, I talked to him first. I don't think that counts, because I mean, like, you talked to him, but did y'all really date? Was that your husband? I feel like at husband level, you need to talk about, I'm feeling him a little bit. Are you sure you done with him? Can I step in? I feel like if there's a conversation, it's cool. If it's not a conversation, it's a problem.
I don't think there should be. I don't. Does this mean you've been liking him since we was together? Like, I don't see the conversation.
It just means that when y'all broke up, he came to me, he cried to me about it, and I saw something in him.
That's a corny. That's lame. He was supposed to beat and get up. Not fall
But what
in
if he want to stay in because she got that John
love. I
wet?
think it's corny on both parts. Like,
Okay.
the only reason you know that man is because I brought you around. That's nasty.
I don't know.
It's nasty.
I think when you say you're done with somebody,
It's nasty work.
but when you say you're done with somebody, that mean they can't get with nobody else after that?
Not none of the people that I introduced you to.
Why? What if they're a better fit?
No.
Okay. I just think I believe in people being happy and doing the things that make them happy. So if they and my ex make you happy, that's fine.
Nasty work.
But it's gonna come with something else too.
It's a nasty work.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
That's where I'm at. So after this announcement was made, the streets took to the streets like they always do, and they start doing the math. So they have Mr. Simon here. They have his net worth here. They have the glasses being cleaned off. They have him looking like Morris Chestnut. Because they tried to say that Simon wasn't a looker. But Simon is a looker.
Because he got money.
I didn't think he looked bad enough for them to take it and say the money was the reason I liked you.
Money always change things.
So it took him up a notch.
Porsha just know how to get to a bag.
She sure do.
That's it.
All right, so let's go right back on to the text thread and see what we have next. I still think, I don't know what their conversation was, but it sounds like a lot of people are upset. Be happy for me and my friends is what somebody said in the comments. But I think
I'm happy for you and you.
I couldn't read it because something else came up. Be happy away from me and my friends. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of fish, not the fish in this current pond.
I mean, realistically, you probably are gonna fall in love with somebody that you already know.
Why?
Because what is the likelihood of me meeting every fish in the ocean?
You don't have to if you find one away from this friend group.
Okay. I think there is a little bit more that goes into it. I think it sucks. It's something that we wouldn't want to happen.
Bro, you're choosing to do it.
No, I think it's something that we wouldn't want to happen, but it do happen.
You niggas don't got no morals, and that's why it happened. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
You met her through your homeboy, and you liked her, and that ain't really your homeboy because that's how you feel. It's nasty behavior, bro. You want to be like me? Just say that.
You want to be like me? Just say it.
Just say that.
Or just say you wasn't doing them right and I could do them better. I think she took a note from Alicia Keys on that one. Let's get into the bops. The bops. It's been a Music Friday.
Good Music Friday. Couple projects were released. It was a good week. Apparently we have a J. Cole project that was out in the mix. Carolina's Finest was here this week with the off season. Everybody talked about how, oh my God, this is a J. Cole album that may have features on it. And he sure did. He delivered a couple features. We have North Carolina's own Moray. We have 21 Savage. And we have Lil Baby. There were a lot of different producers on this album. This is not an album that is produced mostly by J. Cole. So there were, the Boy Wonders and the Timberlands and the T-Minuses of the world on this project. Honestly, I thought the project was cool. It's a cool project. This is a project where Cole showed that he could still rap. He didn't try to chase a single. He didn't try to chase a sound. He didn't try to conceptualize an idea to make music around this idea. It was just a project where he got to rap, and he rapped really well, and he got to showcase it. So I thought it was pretty dope. Me and my preference, I probably won't be going back to this album as much because I didn't feel like there was a bop that I enjoyed enough to go back. But in totality, I think it's a pretty solid album. I'm not here to call it a classic just yet, but it's a pretty solid album from J. Cole.
I like the song that he had with Lil Baby, and I like the song that he had with 21 Savage. I did like Pride is the Devil. I felt like they went good together. I like Lil Baby's verse. I like that. I listened to it because, J. Cole dropped. I wanted to hear what he had going on. He sounded like he had a lot to say. Not sure I was ready for all of the things, all of the words that were put into those lyrics. I found that as I get older, I enjoy beats and vibes a little bit more, and it was a little bit too wordy for me. Sometimes a ad-lib goes a long way. A little, okay. You gotta remember I was raised off of,
You're raised off Juice fans?
So it was a lot of bars. Shout out to Cole. The people seem to enjoy it. I listened once, try to go back and listen again, and I just realized it wasn't for me. It doesn't mean that it's not a good project, but last week we talked about what a J. Cole fan looks like, and I don't think it's me. What stood out to me on this album though was a bar about my last scrap was with Puff Daddy on Let Go My Hand.
Yeah, apparently there was an incident 2011, 2012-ish.
Nasty times.
I don't actually know what the real story is, but the rumor happens to be that Puff, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar were in a party, and I think Drake was there, and he was performing All Me, and Puff.
Say true, that's on me.
Puff ran down on Kendrick about his verse.
No drug, that's on me. Kendrick, I heard you had something to say about being the king of New York.
On Control about being the king of New York.
On me,
and
for
Puff
real.
didn't take too kind to it, and he attempted to pour a drink on Kendrick, and Cole, being a great friend that he is, stepped in, and they got the scrap.
Yo, you're not about to talk to Kendrick like that. I'm from Faye. I'm from the Faye. I'm from the Ville.
Like this, you reenacting
voicing over.
Yeah.
So this had to be when Love and Hip Hop was real heavy, because why else would Puff go over and try to throw a drink on somebody?
I mean, does Puff have a reputation for being a calm man? let's just think about this for a second.
No, but
He's ran down on Kendrick.
yeah.
He's got into a fight with Cole. He's got into a fight with Drake. He hit Steve Stout in the head with a Cristal bottle, and he beat up his son's UCLA
Allegedly.
football coach. No, this is not alleged.
Oh.
He beat him up
Allegedly.
with a kettlebell.
Allegedly.
It's not alleged. It literally happened. He's already paid the civil cost for
A
that.
kettlebell?
A gym. They were at the gym.
You could die from. Okay.
Like, where is the calmness of
In the gym
Puff?
too? Like he was at the gym, so it wasn't like the
training
club.
facility.
It wasn't the bar.
Like,
it
he
was
had a real issue.
like y'all wasn't at a festival and you done
He didn't catch
dehydrated.
him. He ran down.
It ran down. Okay, heard you.
like,
So
where-
deliberately picked up.
So there's not a
Kettleball sometimes can be two hands, you know. Okay.
So there's not a reputation that Puff Daddy is
Wow.
a nice.
Where did this image come from? Of him in the back. Who is he from?
See what I'm saying? Like, this is an image.
Who is he roughing up?
See what I'm saying?
Okay, so
I mean, it's great to like. There, I like moments in hip hop where they actually address some of the rumors that happened.
yeah.
We now know that there was an actual fight between Puff Daddy and J. Cole for whatever reason. But we
So the prayer on the end of that
know.
song,
It's Puff Daddy.
so he had to reach back out to Puffy and say, "Yo, remember that time we
I mean, they've
almost."
seen each other since. 'Cause
Yeah.
the timeline found a video of them like dapping up, and Puff like throwing fake jabs, and Cole says, "Oh God, not again."
That's kind of hard though. Like, I mean, I'm with it. I'm rolling now. Now I want to go. Now I want to go listen to it.
And a part of me thinks J. Cole won that fight.
Oh, you think he sunned him?
I don't think you get a chance to tell these stories if you lost.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. But yeah, I think it's a good album. You know, the fans are happy, and I think that's what you want.
Shout out to J. Cole. Rumor has it this may be a retirement album.
Oh, okay.
Today's Friday, so Sunday he plays in his first professional game in Rwanda. So shout out to him. They had a scrimmage earlier today. He said he felt good. He looked all right. I saw a few highlights. So shout out to J. Cole and his endeavors. You know, we appreciate your contributions to hip hop,
All right.
showing that you can live all of your dreams. Rapper, ball player, anything's possible.
Yes.
I did see some tweets earlier saying that someone reached out to him to like congratulate him about it, and he was like, "Sorry, I just got off the floor.
He just got finished.
I just got finished
scrimmage.
playing
Yeah,
the scrimmage," and I'm like,
And somebody said, "Puff swing on niggas," and yell, "Take that, take that." That's funny. All right, so in music, and staying in vein of the Bops, couple.
You needed her back.
May 1st, I was looking for the girl.
You needed a queen bite.
I miss Nicki Minaj. Where's sis at? You know, it's certain people that bring an energy to the industry, and I think I didn't look at it this way before, but it makes the other girls pay attention. You always have to have the bad guy, Chun-Li, is what she refers to herself as, and
Making these bitches set their cookies up. For
set their cookies up for they crumble. Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky. Nicki the Harajuku Barbie. I don't even know why you girls even bother at this point. Like, give it up. It's me.
And the crazy thing is, this is great energy.
This is like this.
When you hear her say it, you kind of feel it. Like, it's Harajuku Barbie, Nicki, 2 sticks in my butt. Like, the energy she gives is amazing. To freedom is an energy.
She like.
Harriet Tubman would never.
She is not the girl you could. She's not me. Like, I'm friendly. I'm nice. You can't play friends with Nicki.
Can't play with
like
me.
She's not friendly. She's not that girl.
All of these bitches are her sons.
Oh, you bitches is my sons.
Like, it's an energy that sometimes is missed. Because for a while, these girls have been catty, friendly.
Yeah, a lot of friendship going on.
We've seen Meg and Cardi B together.
I'll jump on your song. You
Cardi
jump on
B
mine.
with the City Girls with Doja Cat. These girls have been friendly.
Somebody has to be the leader. Somebody has to stand out from the pack.
Maybe the queen.
Maybe the queen. So she hyped this up.
She dropped some pictures.
She dropped some pictures.
She tried to show you, like, look, Bitch, I'm back. I've been a mama. I've been a wife. But I'm still like that. Like, I'm back.
She was back.
And she went on her Instagram Live to tell us. It was a little late. She tried to tell us, be there at 11. She got there about 11, 11:45. But as a queen should, I expect her to be late. And she went on there to announce that, looking like a baddie.
She looked good.
A baddie. She looks bad. She's still a baddie. She went on there and announced to us
A
that,
MILF is what they would say.
I like it. She went on there to tell us that her legendary, iconic mixtape turned 12 years old today. I think 12, maybe 15. I don't remember. 2000.
I think it's 12.
12?
Yeah.
12 years old. Beam Me Up Scotty would now be available on all your favorite streaming platforms. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. But it'd be there with a catch. There would be a couple new records on there. And she was very, very secretive about who it would be. And she waited till the very last moment to tell us when she got a request to be in her live from someone.
Oh, yeah.
That guy his name would be Drake.
Champagne Poppy.
As some call
The
him.
Lion. I think
The
he used to
Lion.
go by The Lion.
Yeah.
October's very own, if you will.
And he showed up and he explained that she had a record that he sent her that he felt like she deserved to be on it.
Oh.
And that they would have there would be a special guest on this record. And at midnight came, the project came out here, a lovely, lovely cover. Or it's just a re-up. It's a re-up of the last one, but it's a really good cover. And there was three new records. One featuring Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. And I was blown away by these new records because you know what Beam Me Up Scotty was. Beam Me Up Scotty was a movement. We've heard this project before. We know what it was like. When you go listen to it in 2021, it takes you back.
Man.
09, maybe
back to when she had the pink underneath the black with the bang.
You know what I'm saying?
Back when Drake wasn't giving.
Take you a vibe.
Back when Wayne looked normal.
Like a vibe. It take you back there. And let me tell you, these three got together, gave us a slammer.
Boy, was I seeing green.
The raps here are top tier.
The
raps.
bars.
They got back together and proved that this may be one of the best rap.
Name a better trio.
A better trio at rap than this one. They may be the best. I've never seen a collective or a label with three rappers
that just do it every single time.
Yeah.
These guys do it every single time.
Pretty good.
Nicki, Drake, and Wayne, incredible.
Pretty
that
good.
song, Seeing Green, I think Wayne opened it up. Nicki
best
slid on
verse
it.
in my part.
Nicki slid on it, and
My
then you
opinion.
got Drake, and he's giving you the energy back when he dropped
Cleaned
his
up.
first mixtape.
Even
Young
addressed-
Angel, Young Lion.
Even address some of the rumors in the streets
Which rumors?
about him breaking up a happy home with a young Scarlett.
Okay.
And
See, I was enjoying it. I wasn't really feeding too much into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I gotta listen. I gotta get that on the fourth listen.
Gotta see that. Gotta see those bars. You know what I'm saying? Known her for 8 years, but I fuck her like a new husband.
Oh, that part was about the new Scarlet. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. I really enjoyed this project. Listening to it brought me back to 2009 when it first came out, and it got me thinking Gucci was on this project, right? And I remember a tweet from Gucci about Nicki Minaj that wasn't too friendly. So I like to think this coming out is like something to say that maybe things are a little better between the two. Maybe they had a conversation about what he had to say about Nicki back then. And then it also put young Draco in the lineup about what he had to say about this project and Itty Bitty Piggy, which is something that we know. I knew.
I mean, it's his song.
Thank you. Itty Bitty Piggy was produced by me, is what Soulja Boy Big Draco had to say.
I mean, I feel like this is not a tweet for people who was around.
It's not for us.
This is a
Okay, because I was like, yeah.
It's not for us. It's for people. There are children now who, may have caught on to Nicki's last project and think Nicki's amazing and wasn't even around for Soulja Boy's era. I think all the things that Soulja Boy does now is not for people who was around. It's for people who are new.
The new wave on the
internet.
internet.
Like the clicky and like not even just Gen Z, like the people who only read headlines and not full stories. Like
I would assume that anyone who was born from 2000 and forward,
right, like
because they probably hear this and they probably think it's new,
right?
Because
like,
remember we were
there,
that, right?
like even to the point where he says like Drake stole my bar for bar, line for line,
Word for word.
Bar for
when
bar.
he told this story about his house getting broken into, and he was like, boom, 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 boom. Then that's all they know Soulja Boy.
Like that's all they know Soulja Boy. So I think he tells these stories in a way so you know he's important, because clearly Drake didn't steal your line bar for bar, line for line, because you stole that from another nigga. So like I think, but I love Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy is a very charismatic young man.
Bruh, just Alex said this was back when Drake was looking like he owned a hookah bar shop.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, that's
That's
hilarious. Shout out to Young Money, Cash Money.
Amazing day.
Great day. This really brought me back because I Get Crazy
It was a jam.
is a bop.
A jam.
Nicki Minaj during that era was a bop. Like I wrote down some bars too. I was trying to rap a little bit back then. Yeah.
You recorded that?
No, I didn't, but I wrote it down.
You still got
You
it?
still got them, don't you?
No, I don't still got it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
still
I
got
wish
it.
I still got it.
What part of it you remember? Spit a
was-
little bit. Spit a little
I
bit.
don't remember it.
Spit a little bit for us.
I'm Rezzy Minaj, Reggie Lewinsky. Rezzy to teaching your babies how to read. Like, I don't even know why you girls even bother at this point. Like, give it up. It's Rezz. I win. You lose. Ka 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 ka. Oh shit.
So Meezy, I just want to make a quick point. So you remember earlier when Rezz was like, so Rezz, can you go through all the
Oh, my AKAs.
no, the AKAs for Nicki Minaj? Can you do it real fast?
Oh.
Can you say it?
I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki something, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie.
Okay, that's all you know.
Yeah.
But she had a hard time with Michael Che. That's all I got to say.
Hey,
Harajuku. I didn't even say Harajuku right. That's not how you say Harajuku.
I'm
It
just
is,
impressed that
actually.
you remembered bars that you had.
No, that wasn't the bars. I just made. Nah, but yo, shout out to them. They really killing it. So speaking of Young Money, Cash Money, billionaires, Drake has been announced. He's been
Billboard.
awarded the Billboard
Artist of the year. Decade.
Decade. That's 10 years.
Yeah, it's a decade.
Do we really? Can we argue?
Can you argue?
Was there anybody else?
There wasn't anybody you could have named.
I mean, I just think they really put a footprint into the rap game.
I mean, he's literally been the most talked about, most anticipated, rapper,
Most featured,
most number ones,
most number one,
most
played, streamed.
most streamed. Spotify has a new Drake record every time they put out a project. I don't understand. This guy.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought back in 2009 when we was listening to Drake, standing Drake, listening to Best I Ever Had, listening to all of those songs.
I don't know. I don't think I would have.
That we would be here.
I don't think I would have guessed it because as much as I loved So Far Gone, I wasn't a big fan of Thank Me Later. I was a fan in the present. Now, as I get older, I don't care too much for that project. But to see his progress over the years of not only being he's the hot guy to put on a song to being, no, you need to go to him to get hot,
Right.
is some shit that I probably would have never guessed.
I think it's exciting to see an artist like this in our generation, to be able to see an artist from the start to
The
where they
end.
are still
Yeah.
peak. I don't want to say the end because he's still hot, but just to see an artist go through all of those different phases.
Like we're even in a point where they are anticipating an album that he just gave a title to.
Right.
Like they're like, oh no, we really need this album from you right now. Like,
right.
Where is it at?
I can honestly say I listen to every single Drake project, and
He
I'm
give
here
you one.
for it.
He give you one on there.
He gonna give you.
He gonna give you
some
one.
on every single one. Take care. If you're reading this, it's too late. The one with the boy in the clouds, like
Nothing was the same.
He
gonna give you
some.
one.
He give you some.
Go get you a whole album with Future. Make it hot.
Yes.
Give some songs up to Rihanna.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Give your favorites a hit.
He does it, and I don't think I can think of anybody more deserving than the boy Wonder.
Congratulations to Champagne
Drake.
Poppy, Canada's Toronto's own, the Sixth God, Drake.
Hey, Meezy, I got a question here. So, as Meezy Damas, can you give us an idea of what we think Loverboy will be giving us? What is the feel that we think we're going to get from that?
If you asked me this 6 months ago, I would have told you it would have been the feel of that project would have been something like Take Care meets If You Reading This, right? That was 6 months ago. But because of, the leak records came out, then he put out a project during quarantine of throwaway records that are like still good when you go listen to them. I now have not a clue because this song with Lil Baby is not the same as What's Next, which is not the same as Lemon Pepper Freestyle. He's rapping a lot more Lemon Pepper Freestyle and this Seeing Green with Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure he's gonna give you a bop because that's just what he does.
Right.
So right now I don't know, bro. I really can't tell you. I've seen them say he's been with R&B singers, getting new styles. I've seen him with French, the Khaled's. Like he's been in LA a lot. So I'm pretty sure, him and Chris Brown have made up over this quarantine.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
Like, I don't know. I just can't tell you. I just feel like it's another, it'll be a Drake album that probably will have something for everybody.
Yeah, I think he always tries to separate it. He tells a story in each album. I appreciate it.
But there's not a Drake album I don't like, so.
Same.
Except for maybe the first one. I don't listen to that one as much.
I didn't listen to Views when it first came out, but I did go back and Views
is a classic.
Yeah. But If You're Reading This Is Too Late it was one of my favorites, but then it dropped, and then Take Care is just always gonna be my baby. And Nothing Was the Same. I think that's just like, that's the one. Nothing Was the Same, really. I think that's my favorite Drake.
And as we approach being outside, sun be out, the vibes of More Life.
More Life.
Just enough. Just enough.
Shout out to Drake. All right, so next up we have Jay-Z. Jay-Z is also in the news for him being put in the Hall of Fame.
One of the first rappers to go in the Hall. We got to talk about, this is a rock and roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he is, as a rapper, early rapper too, not like a rapper from the very beginning. He's like late 90s, early 2000 rappers.
Young still.
Somebody who didn't even want to rap. Let's talk about it.
He didn't care to rap. The irony is his uncle told him that he would never be as big as LL Cool J.
Oh, okay.
And he and LL Cool J will be going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at the same time.
I love it. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to Hov,
It's
man.
going amazing. It's a great list of artists going into the Hall of Fame this year. We have Tina Turner, Jay-Z, LL Cool J, who else I got? I forgot. Gil Scott Heron. Shout out to him. We've heard all of his interludes in some point of our lives.
Right.
It's just a great list of people to be going to the Hall of Fame, and us as black people need to salute because we don't have like a hip hop Hall of Fame or black music. Well, we have like a museum, but it's not really a Hall of Fame yet.
Right. People are asking why is he going into the Rock Rock Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, shut up, mind your business. But it's big. Shout out to Hove. He's always gonna deliver and do what he got to do
Every time.
But to wrap up the bops, let's bring it back to our region where we're at. We had a new album drop from Tia Corinne.
Shout out Tia Corinne, NC's, Trey Fo Winston's all the same. Shout out to her, going crazy. You know,
Going crazy.
got a remix with the baby on it. You know, Kenny Beats. Shout out to Kenny Beats. Got some fire over there. So shout out to Tia for holding down the city, holding down the state. Some amazingness.
I must say, I really enjoyed this album. I listened to it front and back, and I think when it was over the first time, I was like, dang, that's it. Like, all I get was like 15 minutes. That's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. But it is good.
Yeah.
It got some bops on it. I like Luigi. I like Pancakes. Great songs, great vibes. It's that music that you listen to and you just feel good. Like, It's pretty bitch music. It's what Saweetie does, but in a different, better. Okay. It's a lot better. Okay. I enjoy it. I love it.
What's the name of the album?
It's 34 Karim.
Yeah. Shout out to her, the deluxe. It's fire.
It's pretty.
Go check her out. She got new merch out.
So what would we call pretty bitch music? Because I feel like pretty bitch music is stand for Saweetie. But what would we call like just gorgeous girl
tunes?
No, I want another G. Gorgeous girl jams.
I was just gonna call it
Gems.
Gorgeous girl gems.
I was just gonna say bad bitch bops.
No, bad bitches like she's bad, but bad bitches have a different vibe. Like bad bitches are like Nicki Minaj. Like you can't talk to me. I feel like Tia is like she has a vibe about her. So I haven't reached my gorgeous girl mode yet. I'm still at like I'm just a baddie. You have different you have cute girls, bad bitches, city girls, pretty bitch music, and I feel like she's in the category of pretty bitch music because pretty girls don't like to fight. We don't get too loud. We cute. We keep it vibey. Like everything is good. I think this is pretty bitch music. I enjoy it. I like that vibe. So this was a great album by Tia Corinne. Go ahead and listen to it. And what do we have next on the thread? A commercial.
So it's time to take a break. We'll be back with more of the Textually.
back. So that was an ad from the Open Media Agency. The
Shout
cube
out
is
to
very
them.
cute, cool.
Shout out to them providing the vibes. If you like this show, a whole production for the Open Media, be sure to subscribe here. Tell your friends to tell a friend about the Open Media. All the socials are at the bottom, so you could check them out and check us out here at the text thread.
Absolutely. So
We've
it's
reached the
time
portion
for
of our
us to
show. Let's get it.
get into expression. We're right at the X. So I didn't want to start off. It says George first, but I actually wanted to start off with quarantine. With your thoughts on quarantine.
Yeah. Last night it hit me. As everything is starting to open up, there is a period of life that we might have took for advantage. We might not have appreciated quarantine the way we should have. As I sat and thought about the amount of days I got to get drunk in my living room, the amount of effort the DJs on social media put in the effort to work from home to keep us entertained while they were at home. The amount of groceries you bought and had to enjoy and cook. The moments of like being not really having to tell nobody, no, I can't come, because
It wasn't an option.
it wasn't an option. There's a period of time that we took for granted that we may never get again. The piece of like, all right, I'm finna work from home, but at 5 o'clock, I might turn my computer off at 3 if I get off at 5. You know, I'm already at home. Fuck they gonna say? I'll do
Right.
it tomorrow.
Or I might take a snack break.
I might take a snack break. I can take a nap as long as I'm online. It just say I'm online. I might be asleep. They don't know.
Right. Versus don't hit the same when you could be outside.
I haven't watched the Versus since outside opened back up. Sorry, Swiss. Sorry, Timbaland. Sorry, Trilla. It's just what it is. I shout out to SWV, but I didn't see it. So I
didn't even know it was coming.
I just think it was a period that we might have taken for granted, like being the peace that quarantine brought. Like, I know some of us had our ups and downs, and it brings back a traumatic time.
We had our share of ups and downs.
But I feel like we might have taken it for granted. You're now obligated to go do stuff. You can't really find an excuse to not go out no more. Like,
Gas shortage ain't enough.
gas shortage ain't enough. They'll send somebody to come get you.
They done lift the mask mandate.
You like now
You
you
ain't gotta
now
wear
you
masks.
have to get dressed up to go outside. Like, you could just be on a Zoom kind of ugly because everybody at Zoom been at
Dress
home.
from the top up. Okay. That's it. A shirt and your hair got done.
I just want to say that there was a period of life, a time period that we might not have appreciated because we weren't used to it. But when you think about it, we might have taken it for granted. And
I'm stopped for a moment.
in hindsight, I miss you, quarantine. And that's all I had.
Yeah. On the same note, I opened up a new segment of my life during quarantine. I was one of the people who decided to jump into home improvement and improving my space. And in order to do that, I thought that, I read on the internet that plants liven up the space a bit.
Got you.
So I went to House of Plants here in Winston-Salem, got myself a couple of plants and named them, and had a plant named George. Now, George was somebody
It's okay.
who they said would live forever because he thrives off neglect. George was strong, held it down, didn't really need too much attention. George, when I got him right here on the far left, you could see he was strong. He had a lot of branches. Great plant, great guy. Put him in this nice little black pot, which now looks the same because George is no longer with us. Something happened. I think I got a little carried away with the water, and George just, he was one of the things that left with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And, I took to the internet and they said, just put him in some water, put him in some dirt, and he'll be all right. But he's not okay. So I'm here to say being a plant mother is stressful and they might not all make it. I'm here for words of encouragement from those of you who have went out to buy plants during this quarantine that are no longer with us. And I'm here to say that I will not let go of your memory and the peace that you brought to my living room during quarantine, George, and you will forever be remembered. And that's all I have to say about that.
I know this is an emotional time for you, but just like everything else on the internet, you're gonna get these jokes. Fam, you know what kind of person it take to kill a plant that don't need attention? It's a plant that doesn't need attention, and you killed it.
Thrives off of neglect is what they said.
Thrives off neglect.
Thrives off of neglect.
And you killed it.
I told you in our episode that we did earlier that I am clingy. And I thought that he needed water when he did not need water. And nothing was the same. I lifted one leaf up and it all came up.
You killed. You are the definition of killing with kindness.
Yeah, basically.
That is nuts.
So I think what happened is when we went away a couple weeks, we went up to Delaware, probably back in March. I watered him before I left, and the water just sat on top of the plant, and it never got to the soil. And then that ended up leading to root rot. So then I clipped off the rotted parts and put it in water. Nothing happened. And then, this is the video. And then I put it into dirt.
He's dead on arrival. DOA, bro.
And the truth is he's dead now, but I can't bring myself to throw him away. So
shame.
Shout out to all the plant moms out there. Shout out to everybody that made it. If you know me, you know. Shout out to Gary. We still got Gary, Giuseppe, Gustav. They still holding on. Ginger and Spice. They still hanging in there. It's not a bad place to live. George just got a lot of loving. Whole lot of loving. He ain't make it. So let's go ahead and go back to another break. We'll be back.
I'm sorry. And we're back. And as you saw, that was us bringing you a commercial about our lovely podcast that we do every Tuesday, 6 a.m. on your favorite podcast apps, entitled Textually Active. You can join us every week in conversations about topics regarding family, friends, relationships, and all the other things in between of those subjects. Catch us on YouTube at our YouTube page, Textually Active, and you can watch. Get us on subscribe, add us, share a friend, share with a friend. Here with the Textually Active.
Absolutely. So I just have one more thing to share about George before we get into our next segment, the wrap up. This is how I felt when I realized that he wasn't going to make it after I took him out the water. All right, so next up on the thread, we have the wrap up, and we're jumping into the J's. So many of y'all have seen this girl, this woman on the streets. We're going to go ahead and start off with J-Lo and her rekindled flame, or what it looks like, with Ben Affleck.
I support it.
So we all saw these pictures on the TL. She's pulling up passenger side in her man's ride and also sliding onto the jet with him.
Yeah, I mean,
living that jet life.
Part of me, I support all of this. Go get your old thing back.
The people say if you can't change a man, change the man.
I think if it didn't work out the first time, it don't mean it won't work out the second time.
And that's on period.
I think I appreciate this. I don't like the way that they're doing this, like sneakily.
Sneaky link.
Like don't sneaky link
me.
the comeback around.
Right.
Like we've
been here before.
We knew y'all was a thing. I mean, I know A-Rod somewhere looking. Like apparently Ben Affleck had an intruder at his house, and some people think it might have been A-Rod. Or A-Rod.
So fucking
or A-Rod sent it. Hey, regardless. I mean, just don't sneaky link. If y'all together, just say y'all together.
Right.
Show up to places together. Like we don't care. Like,
do it proud, girl. That's recent. Like that body don't even count. That's a body you already got on your record.
Exactly.
Why you embarrassed?
We've been through that. Maybe they'll give us a Geely too. I kind of like Geely was a good movie.
I just, J-Lo, Ben Affleck, they gonna do what they gonna do. That's what it is.
We spoke about him earlier, but who probably pissed?
Who?
Puff. Damn, like one step from getting her back. Like after she left me, she went there. Like I'm one step away from getting her back. Cassie out here living her life. J-Lo come back.
J-Lo don't want Puff back. But you know what I was thinking?
Racist.
About this whole situation is J-Lo saw her man out here being embarrassed. Now this is something that everybody isn't really talking about, but before he got back with J-Lo, Ben Affleck was in these streets looking the fuck crazy. And I'm going to show you why.
He was out here sad.
Ben Affleck asked a woman why she unmatched him on a dating app, TikTok reveals. So, Ben Affleck, you one of them? I don't know which way you swipe, but you probably don't know either. But she swiped off of him. She wasn't feeling him. And he jumped in her DM and was like, yo, why you swipe blank way on me? Like why you wasn't feeling the boy?
I mean, I feel like that's justified. Like you're not gonna ghost Batman. You're not gonna ghost Batman. You're not gonna ghost Batman.
So,
you're gonna let me know why.
So her thing was she thought that he was a catfish, and she's like, why? Like, I thought he was a catfish. Why would he be on this app called Raya? I guess it's like an exclusive app for like millionaires that match people up.
Well, that's why you would be on there.
So why would he be a catfish? Girl, if you didn't want Ben Affleck, just say you didn't want Ben Affleck. But don't take the TikTok and talk about, oh, this is the time Ben Affleck jumped in my DMs and told me he wasn't a catfish.
Maybe she saw Good Will Hunting and wasn't down.
And I must say, like, I don't normally be for the whites, but in this video, Ben Affleck look like a little something.
I'm gonna give it a buck. I ain't watched too many Ben Affleck. I ran out of reference. I have no more.
You don't have any more.
I have any more Ben Affleck.
So, after we get past this ad, sorry, we still here. But so he jumped into her DMs and he's like, "No, girl, it's me. It's Benny from the block. Like, what's good? I jumped in your DM on purpose."
I'm not sure he said Benny from the block.
He didn't say Benny from the block.
That's what brought him back to J-Lo right after.
That's probably what got him back to J-Lo. Benny from the block.
He was like, I'm still Benny from the block. And he's like, yo, it's me, girl. What's good? And I think she probably like curved him. And J-Lo was like,
yeah, I hear sad.
not on my watch.
The funny thing is he probably, after she kind of dubbed him, she probably was like, with the little Bane voice, like, why would you do that to me?
That's nuts.
So yeah, I think that played a role in him getting back with J-Lo, because you can't stand to see somebody you care about on the internet being embarrassed by a TikTok girl. So we have the video here.
I had the dream. Oh, we got the video. Let's see what he did.
Okay. Thinking about so many things. I just want things to get better, but I don't know how.
Naveen, why did you unmatch me?
This is really creepy. That's really creepy.
Oh, no, that's fire.
That's creepy.
Nah, that's fire.
That's creepy.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. He ain't have somebody go do that for him. He pulled up like, why would you do that?
Why you unmatch me, Naveen? He was thirsty. He wanted Naveen.
But I feel like the part of this conversation that we not talking about. Why does nobody want J-Lo?
Maybe J-Lo don't want nobody.
I mean, she's had a bunch of somebodies.
J-Lo don't want to be kept.
I feel like Drake beat the clear sample. J-Lo might be for the street. J-Lo might be for the street. Like, I mean, after we saw what Puff
beat to do what?
To clear a sample.
Shut
like,
up.
If you had My Love is a hard sample to clear, you got to get straight to the person to clear that one. Like, Mark Anthony, A-Rod.
We not about to list her list.
There is a list of guys.
No, but what you're not
who said no.
But what you're not talking about is how every guy that she's with proposes to her,
and she somehow
never
get married. She only been married like twice.
Oh, they never got A-Rod and her, or were just engaged?
They were just engaged. He just got a bag. He owns a basketball team now.
Oh.
It ain't money.
So you think that all of the guys broke up with J-Lo?
Something ain't right with J-Lo.
But they proposed to her.
They might not be thinking right.
Something is put together on that front, because if you ask me to marry you, you like something.
And we somehow.
I mean, but you can look at the photo that you have up here. I mean, that looked like she kind of just woke up like that. I don't look like she really did too much. It kind of looked like that. That's the
I mean, it was a bunch of other girls I looked at in Hustlers.
It looks
J-Lo,
like
J-Lo wasn't the one for me. J-Lo didn't do it for me in Hustlers.
It looks like he picked her up from her being on the like A-Rod kicked her out and then picked her up.
I mean, we watched her fighting enough. You think J-Lo might be abusive? All right.
I mean,
I'm the only one that saw enough. She had hands.
I saw enough. I don't think that means that she's abusive. You're not the character you play. No, I don't know what it is about J-Lo. I think my personal perspective is that J-Lo is a rolling stone. She's somebody who can't be kept. Summer is right around the corner. A-Rod isn't giving what he's supposed to give. And she's ready to go. And she got niggas on her line like Ben Affleck, who out here looking crazy, so we could look crazy together. Let's link back up, baby. You don't even gotta be on these apps.
Be honest, if I was A-Rod, I'd go get the real thing anyway. I'd go back Ashanti.
Hey,
It took me a while to get that. It took me a minute to get that joke, but that was a really, really good joke.
For those of you who don't get it, J-Lo had a lot of her songs written and sung by Ashanti.
I'd just go get the real thing.
I just think Ben is desperate and she is put out. So,
all right, get back together.
If they get back together, I don't think it's anything wrong with jumping back to an old thing. It's comfortable.
I support it.
It's comfortable. You know how many people you see get divorced and go back to their
Why not?
Shout out to J-Lo. I wonder what happens when you get engaged to somebody but you don't make it to the wedding. Does she get to keep those rings?
No, I wouldn't let you keep them. Nah, you gotta get that back.
How is that conversation?
And when you get ready to leave and you say I'm done, I say, hey, leave those rings.
Wow.
I take it back. I don't care. I'm taking
So
it back.
not only are you texting back, but you take back.
Text back, get old thing back.
So if
Take back.
that water bottle was something you had to take back, how would you do it?
You snatching it? Oh, you giving it? You passing it over?
Right. I need this. Leave it here. You can go, but leave it here.
Right. All right. So,
This is the last segment of our show today.
continuing on with the J's.
Internet has been in an uproar. One of the most popular podcasts. We've seen its demise be televised. The Joe Budden podcast is apparently not in this form anymore. On Wednesday, a episode of the Joe Budden podcast went up, but was quickly deleted. But because of the internet, great people captured this episode and kept it and recorded it and shared it with the rest of the world of Joe Budden firing his co-host Rory Amal on air live, and it wasn't pretty.
It was nasty.
It was a nasty breakup, much like most of Joe Budden's breakups. A nasty,
Very
nasty
public.
breakup. Very public. And I'm kind of sad, bro. As a fan, as somebody who, I've listened from the very beginning, the very first episode, I've been a fan.
So you were listening to I'll Name This Podcast later?
I was listening to I'll Name This Podcast later. I remember when they did sleepers based off songs that they thought nobody knew, not just songs that came out this week. Peter Rosenberg was involved in that show. I was there. Like, I've been there for the front. So to see this happen after like 7 years of watching them be together, it's kind of sad, bro. Some things were said about this being about money and ownership. Lies being told, misrepresentation of characters. It's just a sad thing to see that, friends become business partners, then end up not being either.
Yeah. I started listening to JBP probably about 3, maybe 4 years ago, if I'm being generous. And I kind of caught on to when they were hungry for getting a deal, into where they are when they got the Spotify deal, and then coming out of the Spotify deal.
Yeah.
So I didn't catch all of the beginning stuff, like grinding from the muscle. I caught when it was like, yo, this is something and we need to do something with it. And I was one of the people that saw it at a high point, because I feel like when they got signed to Spotify, they were the boys was buoying.
The boys was boy.
The boys was doing the thing, and every podcast was good. I was laughing. It was great chemistry. Everything was good up until last year when we get to the episodes and bruhs ain't hardly speaking.
Yeah.
You on your phone, you sneak this in, you asking to fight. Like, the chemistry wasn't good. And you can tell when people are vibing and you could tell when they're not. And I felt like it just wasn't there anymore, to the point where I probably missed a few episodes. And I never used to miss an episode of JBP.
Me neither.
But it just wasn't, the vibes weren't the same. Like, only one person was coming to the mic to talk about things. Everybody else was like, it's cool, it's dope, that's good.
It's just one of those things, They say money change people. Somebody who's been I've been a fan of Joe Budden for a while. Not necessarily all of his music, but
Right.
the person and the personality I enjoy a lot. Whatever counts on me for doing that. But it's a thing where you can see that success really changes people.
Ooh, it changed him.
Like rants about what's going on and other people, and like he's even like This is a friendship that may never get back together.
I don't think you can return from this.
I don't think you can return from this.
It was a level of disrespect that you really can't get back.
Yeah.
For you to go into public and tell me that I'm fired, and then what was the other thing that he said at the end of the episode?
He told Rory that I don't care what our friendship was like. I never asked you to be at the hospital when my kid was born. Like, there's a level, like, in, like, saying to, like, Ma, like, you lived with me and you hid the detergent.
Right.
That's, like, all we knew about you. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to say about people you've been friends with for over a decade.
It's just crazy. And it goes to show that you have to have certain conversations with people before you get into business because things change. So they all took to Twitter and they all had different perspectives about what to say. Of course, Joe was at the top. It's like, friend or not, I'm never funding someone's sabotage of me. That will never happen. I get far away from the threat. You can think peace until your face turns blue. And Maul says, he responded to a comment from one of his followers. And it says, I'm ready to hear what you got to say, Maul. You don't strike me as the type of nigga that be lying, so I'm listening. And Maul said, I'm not with the corny shit. You know, Maul is cool. Yeah. I'm only willing to sit down and address everything because people supported something for years. They deserve that. So I'm looking for something from Maul.
Probably tomorrow. You know, they might have aired this out publicly on the show.
Right.
Tomorrow, Saturday, the episode might come out.
Right.
You never know.
And then Rory says, man, what an error. Thank you to everyone that listened, supported, told their friends about us, brought a subscription, ticket, or merch. Any value starts and ends with y'all. I'll get into the messy shit soon, but in the meantime, I'm here to celebrate an amazing run. Love. I just, I love the route that they're taking. They're taking the high road.
Look how disrespectful this is. To sit here and talk and fire people that are not even sitting there.
Right.
On air, for sure. Like, it's a wild.
Yeah. And then you got people who weren't even, like, a part of it. Academics coming in and getting his moment from it, calling them Rory and Black and Mild and stuff like that. And it's just like...
Giving Charlemagne, like,
Charlemagne,
for jokes. Yeah. Everybody, like, bringing up old things where we could see the demise was bound to happen.
I don't think... as a podcaster, this is something to joke about because who knows what happens. Like, I would hope that we don't go out like this, but these are people that me and you, I'm sure you looked up to them. I looked up to them. This is a podcast that I liked and I enjoyed. So I don't want to see this.
And there's a couple of you podcasters going through the same things
that y'all don't want to talk about.
And y'all just not as popular if that people care.
Right.
But y'all going through the same things.
Right. And we know how hard it is to go
friends.
through it, to do it, to be friends, do business, and continue to come in and keep a smile on your face. This shit is hard. And 400 freaking episodes of your life that you can't get back, of your time that you can't get back, of energy,
crazy
people you met, just for it to go out like this is not what I wanted to see. This is not what I wanted to see. Mimi says, what would we do if we were Joe? Well, the thing is about what we do at the Textually Active group is we kind of set out our roles already. So when the money comes, we already have a plan of distribution and we already have an understanding of what everybody's role is. It's not just, I'm the head honcho, I run the tag group. It's me. This is my business. I built this from the ground up. We all know the role that we play.
Yeah, that is wild. I mean, honestly, I see both sides.
I do.
I do see that, it's got his name on it. It's got, I'm sure as the rich guy before this took off, he probably funded a lot of this.
Right.
He probably got the pieces together. Like, Parks has been his engineer for years, so he already had that in the stash. So I understand that if you paid to make this a legit business, you may be saw as the head of this business, the guy who is afforded to tell people, fire, hire.
Somebody has to do it.
I pay all the expenses here, so I understand that. But I also see a side of without certain people, maybe this doesn't become as big, and this is a low level thing that, you know, it happens. Like Rory was literally there from like episode 6.
That's crazy.
Like 7, and he doesn't have a bit of ownership or
nothing.
Nobody spoke about having ownership until it was time to go to Spotify. It's like a nut. So,
but that's the thing. You kind of sat there and you were there from episode 7 until the Spotify deal until now, and you start talking about ownership and who owns what. Not really paying attention to the name change from I'll Name This Podcast Later to Joe Budden Podcast to Joe Budden Network. And I think that's where things got questionable right then and there when you start building a network. And that's what leads me to believe that you guys were getting paid really well, that you didn't really question anything else about ownership because your pockets are full. You guys are doing good. You getting your tour money, whatever. But when you start doing other things like housing other podcasts underneath Joe Budden Network, and I go to that podcast and they doing a lot better than what we have going on our setup, you start asking questions about, dang, well, how you getting all this money? And then that's when the tough conversation comes. And unfortunately, that's too late to have the conversation about where the money is going because I already know where my stance is. This is my money. I built this and I gave y'all cut. So why are y'all upset? I think the disagreement came when they were like, we need to talk about these numbers and reorganize some stuff because this got bigger than what we originally set out for it to be.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do at that point. I don't think he was obligated to show his numbers. But I also don't think I personally wouldn't do people that I claim to be friends like that in business.
Right. So. Just Alex 336 says, Joe says that they all have contracts defining what everyone's role is in the podcast and what the podcast business is.
I mean,
he did say they was in breach of their contract.
So is this which leads me to ask.
Yeah.
After Spotify, they signed new contracts?
I guess.
I would assume that they signed a contract before Spotify.
But what I'm
feel
saying
like they made sure that it was solid before then.
So how?
I mean, my thing is if you think about it, right? If you know the Spotify deal is coming, all right, and we got to make this legit before we go into the Spotify thing, like how much leverage do you really have to say, hey, there's nothing about equity in this? And then do you truly hold it off, or do you assume that, hey, that's rough. You're my friend,
that's rough,
that you're gonna make sure that we're good,
right? It's
that's all speculation. We don't know.
Well,
sure.
he is a student of Puff, so it's probably a bad contract because if it's got no compete clauses in it.
They can't even make another podcast.
Like there's like, fam, how long was this contract? Mm-hmm. When was the renegotiation about to be? Because fam,
and what is the negotiation process like?
That's 3 years ago.
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
It's sad to see somebody go out like this. You never want business to be the reason that you're no longer speaking to somebody.
Yeah, it's trash. It's crazy.
But I hate to see it. Spotify's deal was with Joe and Rory, and Mal had a contract with Joe. Oh, so the Spotify deal was with Joe, and Rory and Mal had a contract with Joe, which is why Joe had final say. So I'm taking or leaving deals.
I mean, it sounds like they were subcontractors.
Got it.
And I mean, that's how it came out.
Nigga ain't even look out for the game. He ain't even look out for Budden. You never supposed to forget about little
But
brother.
you know what the sick part is that they sat there because they were like episode on episode on episode of him talking about Spotify and how Spotify was trying to fuck him, and they had no idea what I'm assuming what the breakdown was on Spotify. So they just sitting there listening to him talk about how Spotify is so shitty and just on the mic like,
hey, they must be getting some real money because they got rid of Spotify like February. It's been a while.
Right.
Like,
Spotify has been
been
going
a
for minute.
while.
But I don't like to see it. I don't like it. I'm not one of those people who are entertained by it, who are dragging businesses for doing what they got to do, because I see both sides.
Yeah.
I understand doing all the work, and this is something that you created and you brought people on. This is something you own.
Yeah.
You know? And I just wish there was a better conversation about friendship, business, mine, yours, ours. And it doesn't seem like that's what happens.
Every day I wake up. First the
boys
fat boys
break
break up.
up.
Every day I wake up.
So, I mean, we talk about this a little bit more and a lot deeper on our episode of Textually Active Pod that's dropping on Tuesday. We kind of get into our relationship and how we feel about how we have to balance business and our friendship, because we friends this week, right?
That do business.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you my friend, right?
Probably.
Yeah, he you know.
That was a wild question.
You ain't answer it straight up. So friends and business, we talk about it and how we manage it, because it is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things that go into it, and it's easy to be on the outside looking in and saying Joe is wrong, Rory and Maul is greedy, Joe lying, Maul and Rory need to speak up, they dumb. Like, you don't know what go into it.
Yeah.
So we talk about it on our next episode of Textually Active Pod. Is dropping on Tuesday. Make sure y'all tune into this. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today to the text thread.
To the text thread.
We do this every Friday
6 p.m.
in the 6 o'clock hour.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah,
about
I
that?
think we just got to put it as in the 6 o'clock hour.
As a black woman, I expect you to be late.
As a black man, I expect you to show up when the vibes is right. So, CP. Some people call it CP time.
I don't.
We gonna show up when the technology right.
That's racist.
No, what? Colored people time is racist?
Yeah,
Don't call me
first of all,
killer
you're
people.
not gonna blame the technology in this,
I'm not a color.
Why we
person.
late?
I picked the color.
Why we be late?
I'm black.
because it took a little longer on the episode.
Oh, we took longer on the episode that we record on Tuesday and drops on Tuesday.
I don't know what you. Till the next time.
Till the next time, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the text thread. Make sure you keep up with us on our social media. All of them are listed below. We're at The Textually Active on YouTube, The Textually Active on Instagram, and not the Textually Act on Twitter. So if you're on YouTube watching, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on Open Media Agency's Twitch, make sure you subscribe. Share this with a friend so they can come back and watch with you next Friday. Everybody not comfortable going outside yet, so we're here for y'all. Rezz out.